What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Boogie298 coming at you off was getting to the power of the internet. And as you guys know, I got charged with aggravated assault by the state of Fayetteville due to a dude coming to my house and that incident that took place. You can find videos about that here on the channel. Still not able to talk much about it, but I do think we're approaching a potential trial date sometime next year. And I need to talk about it a little bit today. I don't know if you're going to like what I have to say, but I want to get it out of my chest. When this thing goes for trial, I feel fairly confident that I won't be found guilty, but it's still a possibility that I would be, and if I am, I don't know what that means. Does that mean potential jail time? Does that mean probation? What does that mean for me? If you've ever dealt with an anxiety disease or something like post-traumatic stress disorder the way I do, then you know the unknown is the worst thing in the world, especially because for me, I tend to supply as the most likely outcome the worst possible outcome so I can prepare for the best and hope for the worst, and that's what I've been doing this whole time. Though, you know, I've been pleasantly surprised by how well I've handled it this time. I mean, I've definitely put on some weight. But I did not come anywhere near as unglued as I did during my gastric bypass surgery or my divorce. We all know I completely lost my mind there. Over the past few years, what's really helped is I've learned to practice gratitude and meditate on the things that I'm grateful for, like my dog, my job, my audience, all of those great things. The fact that I'm still alive. I mean, a lot of people didn't make it through 2020. On Tuesday, I got what I felt was some very bad news about something I can't really share the details of yet, but of course it probably involves that legal situation I'm in, and it's something I immediately wanted to take to Twitter. I immediately wanted to start talking about. I wanted to call every YouTuber I know and say, spread the word, put the story out in the world, this is happening to me, I'm so worried, I'm so upset, I'm so anxious, but I ended up not doing it. I ended up controlling myself like an adult. And on that Tuesday, I chose to do something I've never really done before, which was turn myself over to a higher power. And whereas we all know that I'm not that religious, I am spiritual, and I just said to the universe, I said to God, I said to whoever, it is what it is, man. It's going to be what it's going to be. There's no amount of regret that can change the past, and there's no amount of worry that can change the future. And I'm just gonna set on it. I let it play out the way it plays out. However it plays out, I can handle it. One of my personal biggest issues is that I've tried to control the uncontrollable and be upset about the things that I couldn't control, like the parents that I was born into, the world I was born into, the family, the time, that just so much stuff that was completely out of my control, and I was so frustrated and angry and bitter about it, and it's just a huge waste of time and energy. What I learned is instead of wasting all that energy by putting negativity out in the world, that if I focus on the positive and I focus on the positivity and I focus on the things that I can control, like my friends, my family, my relationships, my job, my mental and physical health. I mean, for the love of God, if I had focused on my physical health, I might have beaten my eating disorder by now. How cool would that have been? So I spent Tuesday and Wednesday focusing on controlling my mental health, controlling my eating disorder, going out for a walk, spending time with my dog, and just trying not to be a crazy person, and it worked. By Thursday, I felt in tune with the rhythm of the drums of the universe and just let it go, man. And whatever good stuff came my way, I appreciated it. And the bad stuff, I just started brushing off. And I got to tell you, I had a hell of a good weekend because of it. I did beat myself up a little bit because I didn't make very many videos last week and I didn't stream very often, but I was focusing that energy on more important areas. But by putting all these new skills that I've learned together, practicing gratitude, giving up my control to a higher power, focusing on the things I can control, and letting go of the things that I can't control, and letting go of the anger and resentment that comes with it, I'm a much more peaceful person, and I've noticed the more peaceful I am, the better stuff that comes in my way. And I think the biggest thing I've learned here is that the comfort and the happiness and the contentment that I've been looking for my whole life doesn't come in the form of meeting the right spouse or having the right job or having the right amount of money in your bank account. It comes from accepting and loving the life that you do have. Loving the life that you do have and continuing to work on it to find those outward goals once you're content in here and in here. If you can pull that off, man, things get better quick. And I know a lot of you are rolling your eyes right now saying, this is obvious stuff. I've known this since I was a teenager, but some of you out there are probably like me and you've had some mental illness and trauma and it's kept you from learning this stuff. Maybe you just didn't have good parents to teach you this kind of stuff and you're learning it along with me right now. And these are good skills to have. I think I'm going to need these skills. in my jail cell in a few months, but hopefully it won't come to that. Time will tell. But I do know worrying about it is not going to change it. So if you're dealing with stuff like that, those types of stresses in your life, if you can control them, work on them. Kick their ass. If you can't control them, learn to focus that positive energy somewhere else. Hopefully the same way I'm going to be doing. I mean, it's a scary time. It's a scary time. I'm worried about it. I'm not going to lie, but you guys help make it better. Thank you for watching. Guys, as always, thanks for watching. I love you very much, and I will speak with you again soon. More videos like this in the future if you let me know by dropping that like.